Hey, welcome to Catch Up. In this video, I'm going to explain each and every little bit of things which you got confused during watching the Three Body Problem series. I'm going to tell you about what is Three Body Problem series. Is it based on a book? What is Cherenkov tank? What is a practical accelerator in the series? How does the countdown in Augie's eye work? What would happen if stars in the sky started to blink? How is the three body problem virtual reality headset operated? What are nanofibers and how do they work? What can nanofiber technology can be used for? What is the three body problem about? Is it possible for a human body to become dehydrated and still maintain life? What is a sophon? Could sophons exist in today's world? What is a wall facer? And in last, I am going to tell you about is it possible to preserve and send a human brain into space? I am going to tell you all these things in the perspective of TV series. Let's start the video. Is Three Body Problem based on a book which chronicles humanity's greatest threat to date? Creator of the TV series, Weiss explained that fans of the book will appreciate the adaptation. The show will also appeal to those who are new to the story. The themes of survival, humanity, and the unknown are universal and will resonate the viewers regardless of their familiarity. The adaptation of Three Body Problem is highly anticipated and promises to be thrilling and thought-provoking experience for all who tune in. Why are some of the characters and locations different from the book? Book author Shan Liu, Three Body Problem, gave the creators permission to adapt his work and encouraged them to make any necessary modifications to the story. A few of those significant adjustments include moving the story's chronology, adjusting characters, adding new sections, and putting the majority of the action in the UK. Derek Sang, the director, researched the series in both Chinese and English before taking charge of the first two episodes, which are partly set in the Cultural Revolution. All audiences will be able to relate to these subjects when you're going to watch the series or if you already watched the series. What is Cherenkov tank in this TV series Three Body Problem? Let's have a look. Dr. Vera Ye, a former college professor of the Oxford 5, exits a big tank onto a platform and falls to her death into a shallow pool of water below in episode 1. That enormous tank is known as a particle detector, sometimes referred as Cherenkov tank. In case you were wondering what it was, neutrons, a frequent particle mostly originating from the sun, are among the particles it is used to see and identify. Dr. Kenji told Netflix, "We don't really know much about them, and we suspect that they could be giving us clue to other types of physics in the universe that we don't yet understand." That's part of the season that they're kind of interesting. Vera dabs into a tank lined with small circles called photomultiplier tubes which light up when a neutrino interacts with the water molecules kept inside. Vera dies in the fall as a result of the water level dropping and her experiment being abandoned. How does the countdown in Augie's eyes work? Nanotechnologist Augie, which is played by Isa, is plugged in episodes 1 and 2 by a mysterious flashing countdown that no one else can see. According to Dr. Kenzie, there is also a particle detector tank in one of the conceivable scenarios for the countdown. What would happen if stars in the sky start to blink? At the end of the first episode, Augie is not the only one who can see the countdown in her eyes. Other people can also see the stars flash in the sky. In actuality, the stars' coded blinks are visible to all. Because of air refraction, stars indeed twinkle in the sky, but they don't actually turn entirely on or out. This is a fictitious phenomena. How is the three body problem virtual reality headset operated? In the third episode, Jin and Jack put on a stylus reflecting VR headgear and enter a virtual reality game. They are sent to various years such as the Sang dynasty and the Tudor era in England, and their task is to attempt to rescue Follower, a child avatar played by Eve Ridley and other characters from her reality. The VR headsets in the Three Body Problem immerse players in a far more lifelike and realistic experience than those found in other games. Zin and Jack discover as they play the game that they're attempting to rescue Follower and the three body dilemma. The Sentai and extraterrestrial species essentially face the same issue. The planet is doomed and its people are preparing to escape to Earth. To win over the greatest scientists on the planet, including Zen, they have been enlisting them via the VR game. The Santry have far more advanced technology than we do on Earth, which is why the game is so realistic and engaging. What are nanofibers and how do they work? In the TV series, Augie explores the use of nanofiber technology. She is the owner of a company that creates synthetic polymer nanofibers that can self assemble, and she wants to use this latest version to combat global issues like illness and poverty. Nanofiber technology, according to Dr. Kenji, is any material with the width nanometers or millionth of a millimeter in thickness. Graphene can be used to create nanofibers, which are frequently incredibly strong. What can nanofiber technology be used for? Dr. Kenji claims that there are numerous applications for the nanofiber technology now being developed in the manufacturing and construction industries. Is it possible to use the sun as a powerful antenna to send radio waves from other planets bouncing back to Earth? In the second episode, Jin Sang character Ye Wenji discovers that she can communicate with aliens by reflecting signals from the sun onto other planets. In the show, this appears to be a scientific breakthrough, but according to Dr. Kenji, it's still a bit of a stretch. Dr. Kenji claims that the sun is composed of plasma, an electrically charged gas with various structural layers sandwiched between the plasmas. What is the three body problem precisely? A three body problem, to put it simply, is the result of three nearby celestial objects, planets, stars, or suns, acting as forces on one another. Generally speaking, it is a simpler to predict how two objects will rotate when they apply force to one another. The planet Sunti in the series features a solar system with three suns, meaning that it alternates between stable and chaotic years. An year is steady when it is centered around a single sun. The planet drifts in the gravitational field between the three suns after being snatched by another, ushering in a chaotic era. The living conditions can get so bad in a chaotic era that life cannot survive, which is why the Shanti left the world in large numbers. Is it possible for a human body to become dehydrated and still maintain life? The planet's people in the virtual reality game dehydrate themselves to survive the chaos. They rehydrate themselves after a stable period. Dehydrating the body without using any devices, however, is pure science fiction. What is a sophon? The Shanti have transformed a proton into sentient supercomputer called a sophon. It has the ability to unfold itself and was programmed with artificial intelligence. Could sophons exist in today's world? No, they couldn't exist in our dimensional time and three-dimensional space. A sophon would need to be able to gather and store energy from its surrounding in order to survive. Sophons to program themselves, Dr. Kenji continues, they would also need to be aware of secret dimensions that are invisible to humans. Sophons have their own limitations, even though they possess enough power to thwart scientific progress. What is a wall facer? The world leaders in three body problem figure out a technique to protect their plans from the Shanti because sophons aren't actually able to tell a truth from a lie. They do this by designating wall facers, people who are chosen to create a strategy to battle the Shanti inside their own heads. Their conclusions are final and don't require rationalization or explanation. They go by wall facers, which is an old Buddhist term for mediators. Is it possible to preserve and send a human brain into space? In the series Three Body Problem, Will has his brain removed, frozen, and launched into the space as a part of Project Staircase, which uses radiation cells and nuclear explosions to propel a probe at the speed of 1.12% of the speed of light. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe and like the video.